joined by Stony Brook head coach Joy McCorvey and Janay Brantley. Coach, we'll start with you on a comment on the win.
First off, credit to Monmouth because that is a very tough team. Obviously, we faced them twice in conference play, and they're a really good team, well coached. They play incredibly hard, but the conversation with our team over the last couple of days has been just our confidence in our preparation. Not knowing who we were going to play, but being prepared for whoever we were going to play. The confidence comes from the preparation, and then the connectivity of our team. And we had a tough last weekend, losing 2 in a row, which we hadn't done in a while, but it just made us closer. And we were more connected, and we knew that if we could put 40 minutes together, that we would give ourselves the best opportunity to be on the winning side of this game today. So just really proud of our team, our toughness, and our connectivity.
Janay, not maybe your best shooting night, but you hit a huge three to put your team up by 6 midway through the fourth quarter, and then some huge free throws down the stretch. Just talk about your day and your team's play.
Yeah, obviously wasn't my best shooting performance, but my team kept leading on me. They kept getting in my ear, giving me confidence, and telling me to take that shot every time, and they trust me and I trust them. And we played as a team. That's the reason we got this win. Hitting foul shots down the stretch, that was nice, but if we're not getting that, if we don't get defensive stops.
All right, questions for you? I got a mic behind you.
Thanks. Janay, for you, obviously Rob Knox from the 9 basketball. Good to see you. Again, now that you guys are in the semifinals, and you think through everything. And I know preseason doesn't mean anything at this point in the year, but how cool is it to know that you all are one of 4 teams remaining after where y'all were picked preseason?
Yeah, definitely. I think being picked 12 was like they lit a fire under us. We knew the team we had, and we knew we could compete with anybody, and it's showing.
And then, Coach, what changed for you all after that first quarter? I know it was 16-11 after the first quarter. It just looked like you had some trouble getting some rhythm. What changed, or was it just needed to settle in since this was your first game?
Yeah, I think we just needed to settle in. Both teams play incredibly tough, and we talked in the timeouts of just settling in, being under control on our shots, not letting their pressure speed us up. We knew that it was going to be tough and physical, but once we settled in, I thought we handled it, but we had to defend. We had to defend, and we had to settle in with our defense, which ignited our offense. I think we just needed to settle in that first.
Thank you. Erica Ayala with CBS Sports. Janay actually, wanted to ask a similar question that Rob asked to Coach. When you get through that first quarter, what are some of the things that the team is saying in the huddle to just be able to settle things?
We really just touch on staying together. That's been our motive for the whole season, especially since last week when we fell to those 2 teams. When things go hard, we just got to lean on each other, and that's what we did.
And, Coach, when you hear your players being able to say that and commit to it, knowing that just have to, as you said, play that complete 40, what does that say about how this team has and the coaching staff has prepared these players for a tournament like this?
Yeah, well, I think it starts right here. It starts with Janay, a returning player who is the epitome of a coach's dream. She works incredibly hard. She sets the tone for us on both sides. She does it the right way in practice, in games, and then our team follows her. And when that supporting cast of Sandy, who is, my gosh, she's 100 miles an hour every possession. She's a competitor. It does not matter what we're doing, playing cards, playing a basketball game. She doesn't want to lose at anything. And then you have Caitlin Frost in that mix too. It's the leadership of that group who really took initiative and took ownership this season and wanted to be where we are right now. And they do it every day in practice. They hold each other accountable to that. And as a coach, it makes you proud because when you get to the point where you have a player-led team, you have something pretty special in the locker room. But it starts right here with Janay Brantley.
And then again, just thinking from the coaching perspective, we know this is a tournament. You know you have an opponent. the next day, and it's a quick turnaround. So what does that balance look like between film and recovery and getting after it, but also again having that right balance so that you can perform at your peak tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. We have to do all of those things. It is part of the process of winning, and we recently played them, so we're still very familiar with their style of play. But we will go back as coaches, and we will get together, give them some downtime, spend time with their families, and just rest and recover, and then we'll get back to it. We talked about in the locker room, we got about 3 hours to be excited, and now we're back to the grind, and that's the mentality that they've had all year long. So I know that won't be a difficult transition for us in the next few hours when we start film.
Got a question for you on Zoom from George. Go ahead, George.
Hi, George.
Hi, Coach. Covering you all year, you've made it clear, you play with your defense, you play with your physicality, your toughness. How much is that something that gets highlighted when it comes playoff time and these games get tight?
It's huge. That's all we talk about in the timeouts. Interestingly, and obviously we trust Janay. I want her to take every open shot that she has. But what I'm most proud of her today is her 5 steals. And that's what we highlight in those timeouts and in our locker room. We also had 17 offensive rebounds, and that was something that we wanted to give ourselves second and third and fourth chance opportunities. And those are the things that I'm highlighting. I don't care, and they know I don't care how many points you score. It's great. We need them, obviously, to win games, but we have to do the gritty things. And gritty is part of our tougher mantra. The resiliency is in our tougher mantra, and they did that tonight. I mean, the play that there are several, but Chloe getting the travel call, just being disciplined, walling up, getting the travel on number 4, Sandy diving on the floor for the loose ball, and then Diaka. I don't know if I've ever seen her sprint that fast, honestly. The way she went to pursue that ball at the end of the game, that makes me most proud, because if you are tough and you defend and you rebound, you give yourself an opportunity to be in any game.